universal general single source of truth. This table is replaced by compatibility views, non-disruptive universal general extensibility. So we noticed in the new architecture, so this all data you could see in a single source of truth from asset accounting, from ML, material ledger, from CO, from profitability analysis, COPA. Then, so new architecture, this is how it looks like. Okay. When I show you in one example, like, and let me just tell you what exists as a compatibility views. Asset related tables has got replaced with FAT doc IT, FAT plan values, FAT YDDA, and apart from that, other like NEP you could see as like FAB underscore NEK. So you have to add as a prefix FAAV underscore then table length. So you could find it as a compatibility views. So still they exist as a view. This is related to COPA. So C1, C2, C means whatever is the operating concern. So in the condition-based COPA, what system does? It add the prefix C1, C2, and after that, this 4-digit will be your operating concern. So those would be your, COPA tables, COPA related tables. How many of you know like C1, C2, this concept, this condition-based COPA? Okay, I'm not sure if any company code is now existing with this name, but let me just try to search. So in condition-based COPA, what was happening earlier, like whenever you were activating this COPA operating concern, okay? So in the background, system were creating the tables. So table name would be like prefix would be like C1. So like just for curiosity, like do you guys also practice in the system when you just complete the training or you don't find the time to go through the system? As I could see, like your controlling session has already over. So not sure like COPA, I guess those topics might have been covered already, right? But still seems like answers like in kind of not sure or something. I see the kind of feeling.
Yeah, Rahul, that's like true because we are like alone working in the project, so we are not getting
Uh-huh.
major of the concept.
Oh, okay. See here. So here you could see C1 A0 A000 is in the background. Not sure if there is any data. No data, I guess. Okay. But you could find like C star A000. So if you see here, C1 A000, C2 A000, C3 A000, C4 A000. So once we have this condition-based COPA and you activate the operating concern. So what I mean by activating the operating concern, so if I just go to the SAP reference IMG and go to this financial accounting, I try to explain some other note. It's so here you could see define operating concern, maintain operating concern. So A000, say for example, I just enter here. So if it will have the green status means this is activated. Okay. So in the background, like it used to happens with the operating concern, which is condition based. So here we have three options: margin analysis and costing based and combined. So once you activate this structure, automatically in the background it also activate the creates the table. Okay, this is how it used to happen in costing based COPA. Okay, but now in the account based COPA, combined means margin analysis is like more or less like account based COPA. Combined means costing based plus account based both. Like in the new S4HANA, they have introduced like this margin analysis and combined. Okay, so it means earlier in the ECC system, you would see costing based and account based COPA. Okay, but here you could also, like, there are some companies who are using costing based COPA. Okay, so costing based COPA, then in that case, uh, they would like to continue with the costing based COPA and also would like to activate the account based COPA. So in that case, that's why system has SAP has provided the option of the combined. Okay, I can understand. Like it is generally not happens like once you attend the 2 hour session and apart from that you have your delivery response and then you fail to do the practice. That I completely agree. Hmm, it's a bit slow. It's a huge list. So let us put like this. So this is another E underscore B1 or this one S underscore AL. S underscore AL. So maybe S underscore IN10. So if I just go to IN10, I guess. Yeah, so this also exists. So all this will be existing. All these operators are, you can see here. Okay. So this is just for your information. Anyway, we are not going to touch this controlling part because this has been already covered. We will be just focusing on the FI part in our upcoming sessions. So might be you can just go through the previous sessions recording if it is available. Okay. So now let us go to the agenda. So that's why it is mentioning here this C 4 star. Okay. So let me just go to the next slide. This is the summary of table changes. Tables replaced by compatibility views, non-disruptiveness, universal journal extensibility, configuration, introducing. Okay, so these things we already covered in the last session. So let's start with our configuration today. Define definition of company, definition of company code, all these things. So let me just go to the system. We define the company code. We copied the company code. Okay. Now, uh, if we try to post the entry in that company code, so it will not allow because there are a number of other settings which is still pending. But let me just try to make some posting so that you can get some idea. So it was what was the company name? Yeah, T17. Okay. So this is the company code we defined yesterday. Okay. And if we check what other things are assigned to this company code. So chart of account is assigned, fiscal variant is assigned, trade control area we removed yesterday, so we can just assign back looking at 1710 reference. So what is assigned in 1710? In 1710, assigned the controlling area is 1000. We can assign the company also 1710. So let's just go back. We need to come out from this one, from change mode to display mode. Still any message? Okay, no problem. Just we can ignore the message. Save it. So this is my TR. The purpose, hope you understand the concept of TR, right? So let me brief you the concept of TR also. So we can check in SC09, SC010. So if I just open our TR, so this is my customizing TR. So we can just select this one and we can just click on display selection. So this is the one which we created last day. We could see what are the settings we have captured in this one. So we have captured this edit, copy, delete, check company code data, right? So we have uh, created the company code. So at the time of while copying the company code, it also copied some other settings like number range and all. So address of the company code. So those things are getting displayed over here. It's getting captured in the TR. Anyone, have you ever analyzed like TR?
Yes, mostly, I guess.
Okay. And understand the concept of customizing and workbench TR, right?
Right, yeah.
I just wanted to know, hear someone from someone know, I don't know the concept, so that I can explain a bit more. Okay, and anyone knows the table related to TR?
Like
Or
we know through SC01 we can put our user ID and get all the reports.
okay, just wanted to show you this. If you wanted to see the detail of it, so you can just go to SC16 and you can open the table E070. So if I just open this tier, its system is so you can find the details of this tier, okay? And if you wanted to see the more details about this tier, so what we could do, we could just open 071. So you would find all the details, the tables, the objects which is getting captured in this tier. So you would see all the details here. Okay, all the tables. It is. So these many tables, like you have made the changes in these many tables. So why it is showing so many tables? Because we copied the company code. So all the related settings are getting copied from there. Okay. So this is how it like you can do the analysis for the particular TI. Okay. So E071 and E070 is the two important tables. Right to it. And one more thing, like you could view the table in three transactions, like AC16. Okay. Then we have AC16. So this is the old, T code. Then after New Gel introduction, the new transaction code introduced AC16N. Then after that, now in S4HANA, AC16H. Okay. All you know now these T codes. So now, if I just try to make some posting in our company code, so let me just try to make some posting. So we would encounter some errors for sure. Or maybe just so FP03 document list 1710-2024 essay. Okay, if I just run this report, so I could find this entry. Let me open this one. Okay, so let me just try to post entry the same fashion. So if we wanted to post some entry, so I just open some document for our reference. So let me just try to post some entry. Okay, taking the reference of the existing one. I took this CL account, Control Y, Control C, document header. So I entered the GL account here. Actually, I was trying to enter somewhere some data, but so suppose 100 cost center automatically picked. Maybe OKB and settings is maintained for this particular GL account. If I just enter 50, then what we could do, we could just check the other GL account. I'm doing alt tab. So clicking, but it's a bit slow. So just bear with it with me. Okay, let me just expand this one. Entry is not correct. This is also exponential. That one is also exponential. But let's try to post this. this got posted. In 1710, we are able to post the entry. But if same, oh, okay, I made some mistake. I used, I think not, did not get copied. But yeah, means ultimately like we were able to post the entry in 1710. So let us just try in our company code. So it won't allow because of many settings might be missing. Let me change the company code. See here. So we are started getting the error. The number in 01 is missing for fiscal 2021. So let me quickly maintain the number range. So this has got added now. So say 100. I'll just take the cost center, same cost center, which we used for okay, so this does not belongs to company code. Cost center does not belong to this company code. So like that, we will encounter n number of errors. So let me even try some other way. Let me see if we can use some balance sheet account. All of you understand this balance sheet and P&L account concept, right? Why we are getting this error? Can someone tell me? Why we are getting this error?
The
Which
cost
one?
center is not created within this company code.
Okay, not created. Then let me remove this. So it will allow me to post. If I remove this cost center, so will it allow me to post?
No, it would ask for the cost
No, this is the
element.
OKB9 error, right? Requires an account assignment to relevant cost account,
Cost
right?
element, yeah.
OKB9
Basically, this is
started.
P&L account. Yeah, basically this is P&L account. So that's why it requires mandatory to enter the cost object, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let me just try with some balance sheet account where we don't require to pass. So likewise, we will keep getting some new errors once we try to post in our company code, because there might be possible some other configuration are still missing number range, or maybe ledger is inconsistent. So I just wanted to show you. So we have we have entered the data. Let me just try to simulate it. At least we are able to simulate the document. So because we copied from the existing company code, so most of the configuration got copied. Okay. So if I just try to simulate it, so it doesn't looks like we are getting any errors. Okay. So let me just try to post to the document. Okay, so we are able to post for this company code now. Okay, so this is the one way we can, if in the real time also, maybe we can copy some existing company code. So always like SAP, it provides some, standard reference for you. Okay, so if it is a US company code, if you are working for a US company code implementation project, so you can always copy from 1710. So likewise, we have SAP provided company codes existing in your system. So depending upon your requirement, you can just copy from the existing company code. Okay. So if I just show you something here, maybe this screen is also okay, global data. So you could see here we have n number of company code existing in the system provided by SAP. Okay. Here is the back button. Yeah, so we have some reference company code provided by SAP. These are maybe someone might have practiced, but 1710 is the standard for US. Okay, you can take the reference of this company code. Likewise, uh, you could see 0001 is for Germany. So we could use as a reference when we are going for the implementation project. Okay. So now we will start with configuring from the scratch. Like we will configure one company code. We'll do end-to-end settings for one company code. So last time we started company code T172. So let's say. So yesterday we also created T172. So this is the company code we defined yesterday. So here we have taken country region is in India and currency INR, language EN. Next step, will not create the controlling area for our case. Will not use the controlling area in our uh, sessions. Okay. So now what we could do, we could create the company code. So let me create a company code T000 something sort of T000 T000 company. State is T1 something. Then your box postal code. You can just press enter and it will show you whatever is the mandatory fields. So you need to enter the country, region, then language, EN, then INR. Okay. So just save it. I am just going to So now what we will do, we created the company code, okay, T4 times 0. Okay. No problem, just we'll use the same. So we will go to the, after definition, we'll go to the assignment node. Then here in the financial accounting, we'll just assign company code to company. So our company is T172. Position your company, then assign the company which we created. Just save it. Once this is done, we can create some business area also. For the time being, let's skip this part. So we could also like validate if any inconsistency in our company code. So not this one. This part is uh, for sales related things. So we will go to this financial accounting node now. Global settings. Ledgers. So define settings for ledger and currency types. Deactivate. Define ledger group. Number range maintenance. Fiscal year posting period. So we'll go to each node one by one. Define settings for ledgers and currency type. The company code T1 was assigned to leading ledger 0. Automatically saving will add this assignment to a transport request. Make sure this. So we'll say yes. Okay. We'll say yes. So when we created last time, when we copied the company code last time, so if I just select the leading ledger, okay. So it also the one entry put T171 got created under ledger 01. Okay. So this has been when we copied from the existing company code. So all the configuration 1710 got copied. So if I just show you the 1710, so you could see local currency and global currency, two currencies are defined for this company code. So same got copied for T171 as well. But for our company code, which we created manually, did not copy from the existing company code. So it's having only currency, local currency 10. Okay, we'll understand this concept 10, 20 separately in our next session. So also, if I just double click here, so we can assign the accounting principle here. Okay. So here for T171, these many accounting principles are assigned. Okay. This is for IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. This is for local GAAP. This is for USA GAAP. Okay. So this company, if have three reporting requirement, so that's why we are assigned the three accounting principle. So apart from that, what we could also do, we can assign one ledger to one accounting principle. Then to meet the other requirement through other ledgers, so we can assign the other accounting principle to the separate ledger, rather assigning the same accounting principle to all the ledgers. So generally we don't do like this. We assign one accounting principle to one ledger. Okay. If I just click here and click on the accounting principle, so we won't see any entry here. Reason behind it, like we have created the company code manually. Okay, so I need to create and assign the accounting principle here. Okay, this ledger will represent which accounting principle. So I will just select IFRS, or let me see GAAP or whatever bit. So you can see the list of accounting principles defined already. What is US GAAP? What is then? It is IFRS. So we can assign IAS also. Okay, International Accounting Principle Standards. We'll save this setting. We can see all the messages related to this company code. Okay, so the entry of this company code is also got created under 0L, 0E, and 0C. Sorry, IL, 0E, and IC. Although we just copied under 0L, we just confirmed for having one record created under 0L. But how come system is automatically assigned under IL, 0E, and 0C? Let me just tell you. Okay. So if I just go to the ledger, see, these all ledgers are 1, 2, 3. These three ledgers are uh, extension ledger. And extension ledger of what? 0L. Okay. So that's why if I just select here, although we have not created manually. So if I just select this one and click on the company code setting, you would find one entry of T172 under this as well. So T172. See, one entry also exists under 0C ledger. So I will just understand, we will understand the concept of extension ledger later on. So wherever you would see any extension ledger, okay, sorry. So we don't want other reportings. So what we will do, we will delete this manually. So I will just go here. I'll just select this ledger, click on the company codes. I'll select my position my company code T172. So we don't have any other reporting requirement. So what I will do, I'll just delete it for now. So Control S. Also, we don't want the entry under this ledger. So let me just select this ledger and double click on this uh, position your company code. There is no entry in this ledger. So if I just go back, so let us keep under this ledger IL. So you will find one entry under this ledger. So just double click on this one. If I just position, so we will see one entry under this ledger. So there is one entry exists for this ledger as well. So we will see the concept of one later on. Let's keep it. Okay. I will explain about this IL and in the upcoming session. For now, you just understand that this is mandatory. You will always need to have one entry under 0L. Other is not mandatory. Okay, you can just skip if you don't want other reporting requirement. You could just delete the entry of company code under other ledgers. So if I just brief you, always extension ledgers are created under the leading ledger or non-leading ledger. So we could see here, this is leading ledger. So you would find this tick only for 0L. okay, in the standard settings. If someone will change it, so we cannot, then it will start giving you some inconsistency error and all. You won't be able to, even nobody would be able to make any postings. If someone will change these settings, this take remove from there and put it somewhere else, so you will start getting some error in the system. Okay, nobody would be able to post the entry. So
Okay.
zero is always leading ledger, because at least you will have one reporting requirement, right? Either it's IAS, either it's IFRS reporting requirement. So according to any accounting principle, you need to get the reports generated from the system. Okay. So report generated from the system is, maybe you could say balance sheet report, you could say profit and loss report, profit and loss statement, profitability report. So at least one report you required, right? So this is mandatory. So you will always have, once you will create the company code, you would see it like your company code has got created under this ledger. Even you don't create it. Did you notice now? I had not created anything in this configuration. I'm just deleting, right? Coming to extension ledger. So extension ledger is always created. It's an underlying ledger. Okay, it's always created under either your leading ledger or either non-leading ledger. Okay, so you have two ledgers here. 0L, it's a leading ledger, and 2L, it's a non-leading ledger basically. Okay, if it is not ticked, means it's a non-leading ledger. I just changed the description, so it will not have any technical impact. Otherwise, we should never touch these settings. It will lead to some kind of inconsistency. So if I just click on all table views and just control F and search for my company code, so I could see it has entry under 0L and IL. Okay. So it's saying fiscal year variant is empty, fiscal year variant is empty. What is meant? So basically, if I just uh, oh, is it accounting principle IFRS? Okay, if it is accounting principle IFRS, na, so better you assign here accounting principle IFRS. Actually, at the ledger level, we should not assign the accounting principle. We should always assign the ledger at the company code level. So what I mean by that, let me just show you. So this is the second place where we assign the accounting principle. Okay, because different company code could have a different accounting principles, right? So see, it has giving me some warning message. So I should assign here. Let me delete this and let me assign IFRS. Because at the ledger level we have assigned IFRS. Okay. So let's just keep the same accounting principle at the company code level as well. Okay. I will tell you once we make the posting at the ledger level. Okay. So something like if all the posting are happening in the same all accounting principle like same way. So how we could distinguish the gap and IFRS and all? Does not make sense to assigning the multiple accounting principle, right? But if it is assigned to a different ledger, like IFRS is assigned to 0L and 2L is having different, say, gap accounting principle. So we could make some posting in 0L, but we will not post to 2L. Something we could post in 2L, but we will not post in 0L. So then there is a difference in the posting. For gap, something will be reported to gap, but will not report it to IFRS. Something will be reported to IFRS, but not to the gap accounting principle. See, so 0L is assigned to IFRS and also assigned to gap. Also IAS. You are making some posting in 0L. So if you post something in 0L, it will have like it will get reported in all three accounting principles, right? Because 0L is assigned to all three accounting principle. So if it is being reported to all the accounting principle, so what is the difference you're finding between IFRS, GAAP, and IS? No, right? So something, suppose we are following this convention, 0L is assigned to IFRS. Okay. Then N1 say NL N1 say is assigned to IS. So you posted something in N1 but not posted to 0L. Okay. So yeah, which is relevant for IS but not relevant to IS. That posting is not required in IFRS, not required to be reported in IFRS. So what we will do, we'll post to ledger N1, but will not post to 0L. So it will get reported to only IS, not IFRS. So that's what we try to achieve with the different accounting principle, right? But if we post to all the accounting principles, so what the difference it will make to you? It will get reported to all the accounting principles, right? Different accounting principles mean different accounting standards are followed by different accounting principles, right? Something will be reported to IFRS but will not report it to IS. Something will be reported to IS but will not be considered for IFRS. Able to follow me now?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Ideally, it should be one-to-one, right? You can have this scenario as well, like something, suppose one company code in India, okay? So it's a child company in India, company code child, company code 1, okay? This is in India. This follows local GAAP, okay? Local accounting principle. So its parent company is in, say, US, okay? So you assigned, suppose US is following US GAAP, okay? So means all the transaction which is getting posted in iGAP will be posted to US GAAP. But whatever is getting posted in company code currency, 10. So suppose our company code currency 10 is INR, okay? So that we will use this 10 postings we will use for iGAP reporting, but US GAAP, which is say company, which is global currency, say USD. So USD part will be reported to your, so one accounting entry once you post any accounting entry, okay? So it will be reported to both iGAP and US GAAP. But so document 1 we posted, its INR value is say 100, 1000 INR, and same having 10 USD, something like that. So this will be reported to, this will be reported to, this will be reported to US GAAP, and this will be reported to iGAP. Make sense? Where we could use multiple accounting principle for the same ledger.
This one
We have
is
posted 0L, okay, to ledger 0L. So this will be reported in your Indian accounting principle, and this will be reported to your to meet the reporting requirement of global uh, reports. Okay. So in this case, we can use the multiple. So suppose other reports you want in say other currency. So that you could use the other currency, euro, you could use for other accounting principles. So like that we can do. Now going to next step. So just go back. So if, oh my God. So if we have multiple accounting principle and ledgers, and we wanted to from a particular fiscal year, we wanted to deactivate a particular ledger. So we can utilize, say, I wanted to deactivate this ledger. Let me just check what ledgers exist. So suppose IL I wanted to activate it. I do not want this ledger further. Okay, so we can disable this from particular year. From 2024, we don't want for this my company code. So we can deactivate from here. Okay. We cannot go and delete the settings. Okay. It will then it will become inconsistent. Okay. We cannot delete any ledgers if you don't want from a particular, because you might have existing data in that particular ledgers. So you should disable, you should deactivate that particular ledgers, so that going forward it does not post anything to that particular ledger. Make sense? Then define ledger group. So you could just define the ledger groups here. So how it is defined, we will not make any changes here. So reporting ledger. So like that we create the ledger group. Now we will go to this settings, fiscal year and posting periods. So the first step is maintain fiscal year variant. So for US, we follow the fiscal year variant K4. K4 is means calendar year and 4 special periods. But for India, we use B3. These are standard provided fiscal year variant. So we can just understand the concept of fiscal year variant B3. It's having 12 period and 4 special period. So if I just double click on this periods, so this minus and plus shifting is very important. Okay. So first is January month, and it will have 31 days in the first month. Second is your February month. It represents, and total number of days would be in February would be 23. And don't worry, like if it is what we call in 4 years, we have February period only in once in a 4 years, right? That is of 29 days. Otherwise, it will have just 28 days, right? What we call it here. Okay. So January 24. Okay. In the current, so right now in we are in June. We are in June. Okay. So we are in June. Okay. So June will have number of days 30, and it will be treated as a third period. Okay. Third period of 24, because March will be April will be our first period. You could see here. March will be our first period. May would be our second period. So March 24 will be the first period of 24, fiscal year 24. 5th May 24 will be the second period of 24. 6th, June 24 would be the third period of 24 fiscal year. So likewise, January 25 will be the -1, means will be the 10th period of 24 fiscal year. So we would be using V3 for our company code. So just for reference, I explained you this concept. Now we will be assigning in this step, we will be assigning V3 to our company code 23172. So what we did, we defined the company, define company. Okay. Do you want me to write the transaction code, or is it fine if you can ignore? Define company code. Path. How many of you are aware with the path?
Yeah,
No,
definition part we will be doing in enterprise structure by maximizing the enterprise structure where it comes to depend whatever we are doing assignment that we are doing in the financial accounting.
Okay. Yeah. So global settings we would be doing in these financial settings. Enterprise, the org structure we define in the enterprise structure. Okay, like company, company code, controlling area, operating concern, business area, all those stuffs we define. Sales org, purchase order, purchase organization. So sorry, purchase organization, purchase group. So these all things we define. Plant code we define under enterprise structure. Okay. Global settings we do in this node, financial accounting. Ledger settings also we do in this same node. So we assigned the fiscal variant. Now let us create the post, define the posting period variant. So let me just copy this. I'll just make it, mention it T172. Now we will do the assignment of the variant. So we'll position for our company code. And we will assign to 172. Okay. So far what we did, we define the company code, assign company code, that company, then fiscal variant, assign fiscal year variant, to company code. Before that, we ledger settings, ledger currency settings, we could say. Then we posting period variant, define posting period variant, define after that we assign. So we can perform the open and close posting period variant. Our is T172. So you understand this concept, right? Other things we can just ignore for now. Once we'll come back to the posting part, we'll understand this concept as well. This ZZZ means applicable to all kind of accounts. Okay. And account type we could see plus, just will show you. Plus valid for all kind of account types. A for asset. So if asset is specific, if you wanted to control separately, then you can maintain a range for with account type A. Then D represents the customers. K stands for vendors. M stands for materials. S stands for GL accounts. V for contract accounts. Okay. So we will see a couple of things so that we can understand. Like we could just mention here ACE, okay. Then we will provide the from account to account, okay. Then again ACE from account to account. So if you wanted to control all the GL accounts individually or with some range, short range, so that also you could achieve, okay. I will just see in the upcoming sessions this concept as well. Just remind me in class. Here we have parallel valuation approach. So this is for controlling a specific maintain currency and valuation profile. So you might have parallel valuation. I explained you now. We can have the valuations in say profit center valuation, legal valuation, and group valuations, right? In at the ML level. Okay. So for that purpose, we can maintain the settings here. FIGL data consistency we could check from here. So we can just check for our company code. We have not created so far our company code. Okay. Displays one. When it is empty, it's your IL company code T172. Okay, just ignore this error for now. Parallel accounting. Define accounting principle. So, and then assign this accounting principles, whatever we define here. The next step we assign to the particular ledger. So wherever we will assign those ledgers with the accounting principle, so those one will be allowed. So you could see IFRS is assigned to 0. So when we try to assign accounting principle IS, so we got the warning message in this step, if you recall it. So here in this step, when we were trying to assign the accounting principle IAS, so we were getting some warning message, okay? Because these settings you need to complete, okay? Integration of controlling with financial accounting. So as we know, like so you might have gone through these settings already, but the important part is like so control data, okay? So Okay, below that you will find the controlling related information. Let me just minimize the size. Here you could see, right? Controlling this related settings here. So earlier we used to have a separate T code. Okay. Cost element. Sorry, I forgot the cost element creation T code. 1 second. Let me just Google it. So it will navigate to now FS00 screen itself.
K01.
K01, K06. Yeah. So K01 for like primary cost element and K06 for secondary cost element. So if I just go here, so if I just run the K06 and this K02 transaction, so it will call the same FS00 transaction. If I just run it here, see, it will calling the same FS00 screen. So this is the new change you can observe in this for HANA system. If I just run KA06 also, will also call the same transaction. If I just run KA02, it will also call the same transaction. Okay, because now it has become the part of your GL master configuration. I'm not able to show you. Okay, let me just scroll. Yeah. So if I just scroll here, see here. So here in the control tab, it has become now part of control tab to assign the cost element category. So this is the integration point between your controlling and company code. Okay. So here at the time of type description, so here we select primary cost account or secondary cost account. So once you select GL account type primary cost or revenue or secondary cost, then it will ask you for assign the cost element category. Okay. So this is the new change. So this is how the connection between company code and this controlling area happens. Okay, so this is the integration point. So these are the basic settings you require to maintain for controlling area specific. So now you need to define the document type CO, okay, for controlling area specific CO, secondary costing, okay. And we need to map to the business transactions. So business transactions, like we have different posting, COPA posting, then say settlement run. So those are called as a business transactions. So you could see if I just select, so for each business transactions, we have assigned the document type. Okay. So universal allocations, universal cost center account. So the assessment, distribution, this plan distribution, plan assessment, event based cost distribution. So for each and every kind of transactions, we have assigned the document type here. Check and default values for posting and controlling. Okay, so here we basically assign to our company code. So yeah, here you could say the 1710 standard company code has been assigned with this variant 8000. Okay, so in this step we are maintaining all settings for this basically this document type mapping variant. Okay, this is related to define ledger to for CO version. So I'm just taking it through the conflict, but I'm not going to cover anything related to CO because this I have already covered now. So like you could see 1710 has been assigned with ledger 0L. What happened to the CO? Because CO also now post to the generate the accounting document with the document type CO. So you need to assign the version with the ledgers. Okay. I'm not sure why it is missing for 1710. Someone might have deleted it manually. In real system, you will not find like this. This is a different thing. So let us ignore this part. Okay. We can check in the global parameters what are the assignment we have made or what are is still missing. So if we go here for our company code, so posting period variant and fiscal year variant, we have assigned company, fiscal year variant, and we have assigned the posting period variant. These three assignments we have made so far. If we at the time of posting, if we wanted the system to propose the fiscal year, we can select this, define default value date. So these things, the default settings we can control through this global parameters. Some additional things like GSTN number and those kind of stuff also we could maintain from the additional parameter. Okay, just saying to use the, I'll just show you additional parameter. What is the additional parameter? Additional parameter, if you go here, so like GSTN and some other things we could maintain for the company code specific here. So 1710, let me see. I just select here additional data. So CGI identifier, CGI issuer. Means if something is specific for your country specific, so you could maintain those details over here. Okay, probably like Germany related. These all looks like Germany related. So these informations, application of permit. So this is maintained here. So these are things which is used for kind of sometimes printing the form, sometimes for reporting purpose. So these informations are required. Oh, we maintain here in the additional parameter. Okay. So like that we maintain in the company code settings. Now coming to currencies. Define maximum exchange rate difference per company code. If you wanted to allow any exchange rate difference by clearing and all, so we can maintain the details here. If you don't want, we can just keep it, leave it. So like 1710, if we check the settings, so 10% exchange rate difference is allowed. So once you do go for the clearing payment, so at that point of time, if there is an exchange rate difference of 10, it will allow you to knock off, or else it will throw the error that it has exceeded the exchange rate tolerance value. Tolerance define maximum exchange rate difference per foreign currency. This is per company code currency. This is per foreign currency. This is all tax related settings. So we'll see in the I'm not sure if this topic is in our scope. So this is all related to withholding settings. So whether extended withholding or classic withholding is activated. So once you select this checkbox means extended withholding tax is activated in your company code. Okay. So once it is activated, then you maintain the withholding tax code and tax type and define it, and then you maintain in the master data, vendor master data. Okay, so automatically the withholding tax calculation happens. How many of you understand this withholding tax concept? See, and just like for your information, like SAP is like ocean. Anybody will not know everything. Okay, the best consultant knows the most of the things. So that's the thing you have to always remember. You have to keep exploring, keep learning. So that's the attitude you have to keep it with you always. Okay.